Hi everyone. Just wanted to make a video about being stuck in fear cycles, and that seems to be an energy that's very pressing, I guess, right now. I don't know what the best word to use for it is that to use for that is, but so with all the stuff that's happening right now, and with people being pushed and urged to face their shadows and do their inner work and stuff like that, it's kind of making people getting roadblocks of fear, their own fear and limited self beliefs. And what that's doing is making people retreat. It's making them retreat and second guessing themselves and things like that, and it's making it hard for them to move forward and to do to choose the actions that they really want to, that are really heart-centered. So that seems to be a really big issue right now across the board. That's the energy that I'm getting right now. And having done a lot of inner work and shadow work and things like that, I can understand how that could be a huge deterrent for many people. And one of the things that I just wanted to guide you with through this very difficult and confusing time is to trust yourself, to trust yourself, your inner self, your higher self, and trust your guides or your higher power, to trust that you're being led in the direction that you're meant to be led towards, and that if you are feeling fear or if things are making you retract and feel closed off, you have to see where that's coming from. What is what's the word I'm looking for? What's motivating that blockage? Where's that coming from? And you need to find out what limited self-belief, what wound, what sub-personality, like an inner critic or something, what's causing you to think that. So let's just say you want to do something, or you're being led by your intuition, your heart center, to go in a certain direction, and then all these different parts of you all of a sudden are shouting at you, no, you can't do that, it's not true, it's absolutely not gonna work, you're crazy, you're not gonna succeed, it's not gonna happen, all these very all these warnings flashing at you. You really need to examine where those are coming from, and if they're coming from your heart center and your guides, or if they're coming from your wounds. And chances are they're coming from your wounds. You'll know if something is a warning that you should not go towards that path, or something is a limited self-belief. One of the ways you can tell which is when it's a limited self-belief and something coming from a place of fear and sadness. And Halo, you're so cute, I love you. My cat is deciding to grace us with his presence, although he's gonna knock my camera over. You're so cute, squishy bunny. Halo's a squishy bunny. Anyways, okay, so let me see if I can get him. Maybe he doesn't knock my camera over. This is Halo. Hi, Halo. Say hi. Say hi. He's a baby. Okay, go now because I'm filming. Oh my gosh, keeps on flying. Sorry. His bed's set up right beside my desk because he likes to lay on me when I'm working on my desk and on my laptop. Now he's coming back. Okay, so I have this fur stuck on my lip gloss. Okay, so one of the ways you can tell if it's a limited self-belief or something is how you feel. Sorry, I have this fur stuck on my lips. Okay, one of the ways that you can tell if it's a limited self-belief is the way it makes you feel. So My cat's eating the garland. My other cat, Massimo, is on the fireplace eating the garland. They're just like, okay, let's focus. How you feel when you get that warning. So, hello. Appreciate it if you don't put your tail there. Thank you. This is gonna be a fun video, isn't it? So, I apologize in advance. And obviously I don't edit. I used to edit, but I really don't care to edit. I just don't have the time to do that right now. And my computer, my desktop computer, has all the programs I used it for editing, and I use my laptop now, so it's just way too much work. And those are Halo's whiskers you're seeing. Look at this fish. You're beautiful. So one of the ways that you can tell is how you feel when that happens. So I'll give you an example. If you want to do something that's heart-centered, and then all of a sudden you feel like something stops you from thinking that or wanting to choose that or move towards that direction, how is that making you feel? And what I mean by that is, are you feeling, is it making you feel like, do you feel shameful? If you're feeling all of a sudden like this heavy, like shameful feeling, like feelings of shame and not good enough, and like anything that feels in that kind of like realm that you're feeling, like I said, not good enough, you feel all of a sudden these feelings of shame and all these weird like limited self-belief emotions, or how, and those are very, very apparent. Like if you sit with those feelings, you'll know exactly what those emotions are. You just need to be honest with yourself and come from a place of clarity and sit with yourself, and you'll know if those are your limited self-beliefs and wounds and that shame layer that are stopping you from making those choices. Most of the time, that's what's making you not do the things that you really want to do. You're afraid, and I get it, you're totally afraid, and it's normal to be afraid. How I'm freaking afraid all the time. If you're like, people think that, you know, I'm so brave and that I do all these things, and, you know, maybe now I'm brave because I've had to go through so many things, but it doesn't mean that I'm afraid. I'm not afraid when I choose to do these things, when I choose to speak up and stand up for these things, and when I choose to do certain actions. Like, yeah, maybe now I'm brave after so long, but I'm still afraid when I do these things. But I've learned how to trust myself and let that guide me, and let my voice guide me, and let my voice propel me forward, and not my fears hold me back. If that makes sense. So it's not that fear's gone. It's not like I'm sitting here like freaking totally like, yeah, man, I'm afraid of nothing. That's not true. I'm afraid of everything. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to let it stop me from making the choices that I want to make. And that just seems to be a collective energy right now, is a lot of people really like not taking any steps forward and not choosing the things that they really want to, that are their heart center, their higher self, their path, all these different things. They're not choosing those things because of that fear and because of that layer of shame and all the wounds that they have, the shadows that they don't want to, they're afraid to walk through and face those. And I get it. Honestly, I do get it. But if you really, really want to live your truth, and you really want to achieve those desires that are for you, and you should, because they're for you, and you're deserving of them, and you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to have those things. I promise you. And all of those wonderful things are waiting for you. But if you're not willing to take those steps necessary to move yourself forward and to pass through that gate of fear, then you're never going to reach there. And maybe you're okay with that. And, you know, we have free will. I know that's your journey. But I just want you to know that I basically wanted to put this video out because I want people to know that when you get those feelings that make you halt, like stop dead in your tracks, it's not because because you're not supposed to do those things. It's other things, other limited beliefs, and this fear that keeps you back here and just making you think that it's a message saying, no, you can't do those things, it's not for you, you know, you're full of shit. Like, no, that's not, you're clearly freaking delusional, that's not gonna happen. Like, erase all that. It's not true, any of it, I promise. If your gut is making you think something or believe something and you really feel something, go with it. I swear to God, like, go with it. It is true. Do not allow your limited self-beliefs and wounds stop you from being like the best version of you, and to allow you to show up for yourself, which is what you deserve, you know? So anyways, that's all I want to talk about, and about your limited self-beliefs, and about fear, and how everyone's being you know, led by fear, all this fear vibration, and what we can do to stop that. And like I said, just meditate and focus on your emotions and feelings and what you're feeling around different things, and even like write lists of what you think what are true things that are leading you in a direction, and what are the things that are not true. And when you have that voice telling you these things that are negative and you don't want to listen to it, what you can do is just, if you want, you can even give it a name and be like, yo, Jack, you need to freaking go. There's like, you need to go, Jack. Like, I get it that you're trying to protect me and you don't want me to do all these things, but Jack, you need to freaking go right now, because that is meant for me. That is my happiness right there, and it's waiting for me, and it's freaking awesome, and it's all mine. So Jack, look at my freaking cats, I swear to God, honestly. Okay, so that is all. Jack, take a hike, hit the road, Jack, and go forward. Watch my cats bite. Great, thank you for participating in my video. I totally appreciate it. Okay, so move forward with your heart center. Allow your truth to come forward. Allow all those things that are for you to manifest. Allow them to manifest, because they're all there waiting for them to realize in your life. And the only thing stopping them is you. The only thing stopping them is you. I promise you that. You are the only thing stopping them from happening. So you gotta make a decision and a choice, and that's what you're gonna do, and that's what you're gonna work on. So anyways, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a good, you know, it's kind of dreary outside for the last couple of days, but stay safe, stay warm, enjoy my beautiful cats murdering each other behind me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.